Interleague Baseball next. Masahiro Tanaka, the right-hander from Japan, will get the starting assignment in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Tanaka right now is the best of all of their starting pitchers. Good fastball, 92 to 94. Best pitch is the split finger. He'll throw it early. He'll throw it often. If he has the good split, these hitters are in for a long night.
Underway at the ballpark this afternoon as the first pitch is in there for strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game. Time now for a glance at the Phillies batting order in this one. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, I really like what Justin Bour does for this team. He's certainly a guy to watch out there in this lineup. Everything he does makes them click. When he's swinging the bat well, they just go.
Coming to the plate now, Rhys Hoskins. He'll get to take his first cuts here. In the air to right center and carrying well. Way back there now and gone. Home run. Rhys Hoskins with a solo shot, and the Phillies grab a 1-0 lead.
Hey, that's one of the toughest parts about standing out there on the bump. Giving up a long home run or giving up a bomb at any time as a pitcher. You just have to regroup and get back on that horse.
Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Time to take a look at the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Mike Fillmore.
Hey, D-Roll, Mike Fillmore, one of the most consistent umpires throughout the league. Both pitchers and position players love this guy.
Yeah, I think one of the best in the business. How I judge a good teammate is every day he opens that door. Is he consistent? Can I count on him? Mike Fillmore is the exact same way behind the dish.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Odubel Herrera is the second out of the opening frame. Ready now, Wilson Ramos. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. 2 out, nobody on.
Nope.
Inside and low, 2-1.
Wow, it just doesn't seem like he's being as aggressive as he was before he gave up that home run. Was throwing the ball great. Now it seems like he's a little bit more tentative throwing the ball across the plate.
Swing and a little tapper. Foul ball, strike 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Popped him up. Sanchez is there. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. But the Phillies strike first on this solo home run. Bottom of the first coming up from the Bronx. It's now 1-0 Philadelphia. Aaron Nola gets the starting assignment for the Phillies. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Aaron Nola coming on, the pride and joy of Louisiana State University. Kind of a 4-pitch mix. Fastball, slider, curveball, and change. None of his pitches rate really on a scale of 10. None of them are 8s or 9s. But he's solid and he throws strikes. You'll know early if he's on, he'll induce a lot of ground balls.
Herrera is to his left as he puts it away in the alley for the first out of the inning. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, I think all opposing pitchers are going to have their hands full with Brett Gardner. He doesn't let the pressure of the big moment get to him. I love watching this guy hit in clutch situations. It's like he takes a deep breath and everything stops in front of him. He plays like the Zen man.
Hit high and deep out to left. Hoskins looks up. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A solo home run there for Aaron Judge. And the Yankees have drawn even now at 1 apiece.
Well, his offense spotted him a run in the top of the inning, and he just gave it right back. That's what happens when you plant one in a hitter's wheelhouse. Sent out of here in a hurry.
Giancarlo Stanton now. And he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one. Smoke toward third. A dive and he knocks it down. And there is some stick-to-itiveness as they still manage to get the out at first. What a play. Stepping up now, Greg Bird, looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Here comes the first pitch. Changeup in for a strike.
Well, if you could throw it for a strike consistently, a first pitch changeup is effective. Hitters are almost never looking for it.
The windup and the 0-1. And he squares up on this one. Deep to straightaway right. Gone! A solo shot that time for Greg Bird. And the Yankees take the lead. It's 2-1.
Well, it's very early, but he's looked out of sorts from the beginning. They've already roughed him up for 2 homers, and they're not done yet. We'll see if he can regroup or he blows up. Could go either way at this point.
Into the box, Aaron Hicks, as he lifts it in the air to right field. Williams will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. It's interleague baseball. Next on the show, Masahiro Tanaka will be the starter in this one for the Yankees. What's your take on him, Dan?
Tanaka right now is the best of all of their starting pitchers. Good fastball, 92 to 94. best pitch is the split finger. He'll throw it early. He'll throw it often. If he has the good split, these hitters are in for a long night.
Slider, strike 3 called as the leadoff man is set down looking to open up the ball game. With that, here's the starting lineup for the visiting Philadelphia Phillies. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, one of their hotter hitters has been Carlos Santana. He doesn't let the pressure of the big moment get to him. I love watching this guy hit in clutch situations. It's like he takes a deep breath and everything stops in front of him. He plays like the Zen man.
Chopped weakly to the left. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Batting third, center fielder,
Standing in, Odubel Herrera, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Into the windup, here comes the 2-2 pitch. The slider freezes him at the plate. A called third strike, and the inning comes to a close. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. And now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. Aaron Nola gets the ball for Philadelphia in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Aaron Nola coming on, the pride and joy of Louisiana State University. Kind of a 4-pitch mix. Fastball, slider, curveball, and change. None of his pitches rate really on a scale of 10. None of them are 8s or 9s, but he's solid and he throws strikes. You'll know early if he's on, he'll induce a lot of ground balls.
With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, Matty, if I could tell this lineup one thing, it would be let's get on this guy early. Day game in this ballpark, the sun starts glaring, starts getting later in the day, those shadows start creeping in right around the time that bullpen starts getting warmed up. Got to find a way to scratch a few across early.
Swung on, but it's pulled foul wide of third. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Line down the left field line, but this will be foul. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball. The 1-2. Good wood on it there, but foul, so they'll do it again.
Hey, I'm loving this right now. Classic battle. 5 foul balls in a row. I'd love to see this next one put in play for sake of pace of play, but I love the fact that it's battling.
Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner, but this is going to get foul. He'll try again. 1-2. On pitch number 10 is the one that finally does it as he strikes out after a long battle here.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
Ramos waits on it, and that retires the side. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. Still striding in, Wilson Ramos. And he looks at one in there, 1-2. And set up behind the dish is Woody Keller, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
You know, D-Row, Woody Keller's a good umpire, but at times the consistency kind of wavers a little bit. I'm not sure if you'd say he's a low ball umpire or a high ball umpire. Sometimes his zone changes from game to game.
Yeah, he can be a little inconsistent, Dan, no question about it, but he's approachable. As an offensive player, I just want to be able to turn around and say, is that as far as you're going today? And Woody will usually give you an answer.
Judge is under it, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
All right, boys, let's take a look at how the Yankees are setting up on defense today. And let's focus on outfielder Brett Gardner. You need a center fielder, he can play there. You need a corner spot, he's got that covered too. He has baseball acumen, awareness, a savvy for the game. Even if the offense lags a little bit, defense is always on point.
Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare, a guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that can throw towards home plate. Hate to be Captain Obvious here, but he looks great to begin this start. That's already 3 Ks for him in the first 5 hitters. It'd be awesome to see him keep up this pace.
Another 0-2 home. And a slider. Cold strike 3 as he couldn't pull the trigger, and the side is retired. Phillies down in order. We'll go to the left-handed power bat of Greg Bird digs in now. He's set to lead off the home half of the second. Count still full, 3-2. The next 3-2. Pulled toward right center field. Herrera is there, and he has it for the out.
So here's how the Phillies are positioned defensively. And guys, the thing I want you to take a look at today is in today's game, the new age, everyone wants to move around. This manager does not like to shift a lot. Maybe a step to your right or left, but there's a lot of trust that the pitchers are going to execute. So let's see how it works out for them in this one.
And he will recover in time to get it over to first. Nicely done there as they record the second out. Here's Miguel Andujar now. Trying to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. The 1-1. Liner towards second, but right there is the second baseman, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. We'll move to the third with no score. Up next will be Nick Williams. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
I mean, that's almost an unhittable pitch right there. The downward action of that nasty split finger, add in the velocity in the high 80s, you ain't doing much with that.
The pitch. Pulled toward right center field. Torres onto the grass. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range, heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Standing in now, Cesar Hernandez. Popped high in the air. Bird is there for it. Oh, he can't hold on to it. Oh, and this drops in the infield.
Well, you see that sometimes in day games. It's easy to say that from here that he should have made the play, but the ball gets lost in that big sky sometimes. It's a play that should have been made. You kind of feel bad for him at the same time.
And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. In now, Scott Kingery. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Gardner is there. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. So now Carlos Santana, 0 for 1 here in the early going. And the throw to first will indeed get him. It's a strikeout, score at 2-3, and the inning is over. Phillies strand 1. Home half of the third coming up. Now to the plate, Gary Sanchez. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Hoskins is there, and he'll bring this one in. Now batting, Luke Voigt. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Had him off balance a bit as this is skied into short left center. Hoskins comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 2.
Batting 9. second baseman.
And that'll bring up
25.
Gleyber Torres. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. The 3-1. Takes a strike for a full count now, 3-2. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Hoskins waits on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So the into the box, Rhys Hoskins. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Short, hit hard. Throw to first in time, one gone here in the fourth.
Now batting, center fielder, Odubel Herrera.
Standing in, Odubel Herrera. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first two are retired here to begin inning number 4.
The catcher, number 4.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Hit out toward second. Torres has it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. We'll see the speedy Brett Gardner start things out when we come back. On to the bottom. Here's Brett Gardner now. Back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Now batting, right fielder.
Into the box now, Aaron Judge. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Now a drive by Judge. Deep left field. And gone. An absolute bomb. A solo home run there for Aaron Judge as the Yankees will grab a 1-0 lead.
As a fellow once said, the only park that ball wouldn't have made it out of is Yellowstone. Everyone knows he's got plenty of thump in his bat, but come on, I'm not sure that ball's even come down yet.
Into the box now, Giancarlo Stanton. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. A diving try, but it's through into the outfield.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking to line them, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good 2-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
Stepping in now, Greg Bird. Count is 1-2 now. The 1-2. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Herrera is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2. Stepping into the box, Aaron Hicks. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Hoskins waits on it, and that's the 3rd out. The Yankees are off and running early thanks to the solo home run. We're through 4. It's now 1-0 New York. Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. He'll be the one to lead off against Masahiro Tanaka.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on, or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
And the fifth inning will start with a ground out, one away. So digging in now, Justin Bour. First time up, he went down looking. Here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
You know, you don't face too many guys that have thrown a nasty splitter like he has today. He's had this lineup off balance all game with that pitch.
And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the fifth. Still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go, right there. A big goose egg in that hit column, worth keeping in mind as we get later into the afternoon. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. It remains. Here's Miguel Andujar now. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at bat. Now the 1-1 pitch. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Hoskins arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Gary Sanchez. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Now that ball's hit well, deep down the left field line, headed toward the foul pole. And foul, though it had the home run distance. Line drive to left. And this is hauled in just shy of the track out there for out number 2.
Up next for the Yankees, first baseman.
So striding forward now, Luke Voigt. Flied out in his first at bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. It's 1-2.
Hey, I don't mind that take right there. That was a nasty breaking ball. Started outside the zone, popped back inside the zone. Good spin rate on it. Move on to the next pitch.
Drilled to the left side. And that's through for a hit. So a great job on a 1-2 pitch to keep the inning alive.
Sometimes you need a little luck. Sometimes you need to get a ground ball with eyes. And that's exactly what happened right there.
Standing in now, Gleyber Torres. This is line to left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away. And that ends the inning. The Yanks leave one. They lead it 1-0. At the plate, Cesar Hernandez. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
Hey, I know it's a day game, but these guys better wake up. He's on point today, throwing a lot of exploding stuff, darting and diving all over the strike zone.
Popped him up. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
Now batting, number 4.
And in steps Scott Kingery. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far.
He's just ringing up strikeouts left and right. But what's really impressive to me, he hasn't walked anyone either. He's just pounding the zone. His stuff is dirty today.
So now Carlos Santana, 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up. We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
3-1 to him now. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Right over the middle, knee high. Phillies are still looking to crack into the hit column in this one. And, whoa, awfully close, but it's ball 4 according to Woody Keller.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
The 3-2 pitch is put in play to the right side of the infield. Torres brings it in.
Hey, listen, D-Row, they're not going to complain at all. A base hit is a base hit, even though that's an infield single. And hopefully that's a good sign that things are about to turn for them in this one.
Yeah, there hasn't been a fight at the bat rack, per se, Dan. In this one, I don't care what knock. I don't care if it's a swinging bunt or a home run into the streets. This could get the offense going.
This is swung on and popped up. Crossing into foul territory now behind third. And the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Phillies leave a couple. They still trail 1-0. Stepping in, Brett Gardner. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Now he lifts a high pop-up. Drifting into foul territory on the right side. And Santana will watch it into the glove for the first out.
The right fielder, number 99.
Aaron Judge will stride in again, and you can bet he'd love to do again what he did back in the fourth. A solo home run here that's been the only long ball of the game so far. 1 run on 3 hits and 1 error on the Yankee line score so far. The bouncer to the left side, taken there by Cabrera, and there's out number 2.
Now batting, designated hitter, Giancarlo Stanton.
Ready once again, Giancarlo Stanton. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Hit high and deep out to left. Hoskins racing back. On the warning track, he makes the catch. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. But they're on top 1-0. Back here on the show, Yankees leading this one as we get ready to start the 7th. But before we do, here's a look at our game summary to this point. Here it is, the 3-0. Hit out towards second. On to first, and a big out to start the 7th. 1 gone.
Third baseman, number 13. Asdrubal.
So the leadoff man set down here for Asdrubal Cabrera.
Ball,
2-1.
2-1.
No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Grounded up the first baseline. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Ready with another 2-2. Sent on the ground out to second. Torres scoops it up. On to first, and Cabrera's a ground out victim. 2 away.
Up next for Philadelphia, designated hitter.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Justin Bour. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Now this one hit hard out to right field by Bour and deep. Judge ranging back, and he makes a nice catch on the track as that ends the inning. Phillies down in order. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. The left-handed power bat of Greg Bird digs in now. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
Now here it comes. High in the air out to center field. Pereira's there. 1 away.
Now batting, center fielder, Aaron.
Stepping up to the plate, Aaron Hicks. He flew out in his last at-bat. The 3-1 pitch. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But this will wind up foul as he runs the count full now. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Hit down the line at first. Gloved by Santana, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting, third baseman, Miguel.
At the plate, Miguel Andujar. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. The 1-2. Softly hit here to the left side. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. So the Yanks go 1-2-3, but they're up 1-0. Digging in to try it again, Nick Williams. No hits to this point. Here comes the Yankee manager now up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for the bullpen, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So a good job all in all this afternoon, and as it stands, he can only win this one as he departs with a 1-run lead. So with a left-handed hitter waiting, they'll go to their own left-hander out of the bullpen. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Final line there for the Yankees starting pitcher. Great day's work any way you look at it. At the plate, Cesar Hernandez. In previous meetings with Britain over the years, not a big sample size, 0 for 1. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen. And in steps Scott Kingery. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Gardner is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down. Victor Arano is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Coming to the plate now, Gary Sanchez. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. The 1-1. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Hernandez onto the grass. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. So his day fully over now as you get a look at the pitching line for the Phillies starter. And he'll be very happy with how the day went. 1 out, nobody on. Here's a high pop-up. Hernandez is under it, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting, number 25.
In now, Gleyber Torres, 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. 1-1 is in there for strike number 2.
Wow, not sure what you're looking for right there, but that one was pretty much middle center cut. Tough pitch to take.
The 1-2. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Hoskins racing back, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Well, this guy has proven he can make some athletic plays in the field, and he takes a decent route to the baseball here, but I'm not sure anybody is going to bring this one in. Ends up out of his reach and bangs up off the wall.
In now, Brett Gardner pulled toward right center field, and that's going to fall for a base hit. And now they've got the runner caught in the hot box as he thought about going home, and they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Dan, that's a huge insurance run right there. Has to feel good as a hitter right there to not only get a ribby knock, but to give your team a little bit of breathing room.
It does, and it makes your pitcher go out there with a little bit more free and easy frame of mind instead of going in a 1-run game where every pitch is so important. You're 1 pitch away from a solo, tying the game up. That's not the case now.
This is skied into short left center. Kingery has a play. And that's the 3rd out. A run on 2 hits for the Yankees. 9th inning coming up. It's the Yankees 2. And Dylan Betances comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. Carlos Santana will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now. The 1-2. And he chased it in the dirt. Sanchez has it, and he makes the throw to first. Santana retired, and there's one away. And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. A bouncer up the middle. On to first, and now the Phillies are down to their final out.
Up next for Philadelphia, center fielder, Odubel Herrera.
Stepping in, Odubel Herrera. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the ninth. Right side. Torres picks it up. Throw to first is in time, and the Yankees win it. The Yankees win.
Hey, one of the keys to having a good record in baseball is to win some games at home. So this was a big win to win at home in front of their home crowd.
A 2-0 finish today. The New York Yankees took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Masahiro Tanaka is the winning pitcher of record. Aaron Nola is settled with a loss after giving up only 1 earned. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head over to theshownation.com.